Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we are having a lot of fun with this Pioneer Dimir control Exile deck. So this is still a bit unfinished because I'm just lacking wildcards, so I couldn't yet construct a sideboard here. Just missing some stuff. But once I got more wildcards, once I have the opportunity, I will give this deck the finishing touches and then make it a bit more expensive and add the sideboard, and then we can play some best of three. But for now, basically what the deck is trying to do. We have this Dimir shell, and we just try to survive with Fatal Push, with Thoughtseize, very efficient interaction, go for the float, drown in the Loch, and some counter spells here, trying out Spell Snare, of course, 3 steps ahead, and the classic Censor. And we just try to get the board under control, get the game under control, gain some breathing space. And once we have that, the real fun is starting because we are trying to exile the opponent's threats. So we have the Stonebrain, a 2 mana artifact that we can get down. And then at only sorcery speed, we can activate it and then choose a card name and exile that from the opponent's deck. Very similar here, Unmoored Ego, a sorcery for 3 mana, 1 blue, 1 black. We can choose a card name and then just search the opponent's hand, graveyard, and library for these cards and exile them from the deck. Along these lines, also the end. So this is an instant removal spell for creatures, for planeswalkers, pretty nice. Gets on the cheap when we are low on life. And this is just exiling not only the creature, but also all other copies from the opponent's deck. And then, of course, Deadly Cover-Up. Besides that, we have some card advantage, consult and memory deluge to find what we need, dig for what we need. And we're also playing, besides that, this nasty Narset memory lock. So Narset blocks the opponent from drawing more than 1 card each turn. And with memory, which will shuffle everything into the deck and make each player draw 7 cards, we will draw 7, the opponent just 1, a maximum, perhaps even 0. And that way we should be able to take the game. Even more so when we have successfully exiled some cards from the opponent's deck, they are just drawing lands and nothing else. And then we also have this Geier each here to get the opponent into a Narset lock. So a somewhat evil deck when it works, and just gonna have some fun on the best of 1 ranked queue, see how it does. So let's go. Alright, we go second, but hand is pretty fine. Got the direction. Let's see what we are up against. Okay, Thoughtseize turn 1, but it's okay. It's all right. They should take the consult, I think. But let's see. This could be this black-green mid-range deck. They took the consult, by the way. That was the right choice, I think. Could be better remote cup next. Oh, this is actually mixing in white, so now I'm somewhat again Thoughtseize. All right. Basic black experience in Pioneer. I'm somewhat curious what this deck is if they are playing white. Perhaps some sort of Super Friends token control. I don't know. This is oh God, what's it called? God, this is graveyard artifact thing. Yeah, Greasefang, right there. There it is. So we have a 3 steps ahead up, which is somewhat important here. All right. Let's see if they have another Thoughtseize. They don't. Okay, but I think we don't counter that. So they can have that. What else are they? They might try to get another Greasefang. Oh, it overloaded the Pailmark. Okay. Yep. Now we could actually. No, I think I'm away. We could use Revolt of the Field of Ruin, but it's fine. So we can Thoughtseize, and if we really need to, we can shock in this Watery Grave. Okay, let's get rid of the Overlord and then shock this in. Keep up the counter spell for the Greasefang, although there's nothing yet in the graveyard they would want to get back. And then eventually we can use this Memory Deluge. Okay. Yeah, so we get down to 6 life next turn, which is a bit concerningly low, but okay. Let's see what other plays they have. If they just keep attacking, that's fine with me. Okay, that's all they do. So Well, that was somewhat of a whiff here. Okay, there's a deadly cover-up, thank God. So now I'm actually wondering if we go for it, because that would leave them the opportunity of using or like casting their Greasefang, although they have nothing in the graveyard to get back yet. Yeah, but let's go for it, and then we can perhaps exile the Overlord. Oh god, that would make us use up our Deluge, which is somewhat annoying. I think, yeah, I think I'm wait and use the double revolt for these two pushes, and then yeah, keep up the sweeper here. So let's get rid of, I don't know what they have their colors covered here, so doesn't really matter. I think they only run one or two basics, but we are not yet close to running them out of lands. So get the swamp here. And then we push one of these. Actually, I'm wondering if we should, yeah, let's perhaps keep up 3 steps ahead. And we can take one more hit here, that's fine. And if they do nothing, we just use Fatal Push on their end step. If they go for Greasefang, okay, that's fine. So get rid of that. They could have a... Wait, what's going on? Okay, Brittle Triumph. Yep. Okay, that's actually funny that we drew this Unmoored Ego. So we go ahead and exile their Greasefang. I guess they were not thinking about that, or not anticipating that. So let's get rid of that. Oh, they even have 2 in hand. Wow, that's insane. So get rid of these. Should have taken a look at the deck. Kind of missed that. But we can counter the Chariot next turn if they try to cast it. Let's hope they don't find a Thoughtseize here. Yeah, do they just slam it? Let's see. They do. Okay, so obviously we counter that. And now it kind of depends on what else they have in their deck. Should have checked that, but okay. So let's play this tapped. And then we can even Deluge next turn, depending on what they do here. A Voice of Victory. So I guess we go for it now. And okay, so this is interesting. Very interesting choice here. We could go for another Unmoored Ego to get rid of the Chariot, which I kind of like, and we could also use a Narset, try to find our Loch pieces here. So we can we actually afford going cover up to, oh, the end is nice. Yeah, I think we can. So we can cover up and then take a look at their hand and use this information to kind of decide on what we want to exile here. So go for the throat and one Thoughtseize, and then we check what we want to get rid of. A cash grab, okay. Okay, they take the form of the speaker, so alright. Could get rid of that. I guess we do. Yeah, let's just do that. And check the library first. So they have Parhelion, which they cannot cast currently. Emptiness can be nasty. Another Overlord. Sky Sovereign is not too scary. And the Chariot. Oh, and Raffine's Informant. Okay. But that's about it, basically. Do they have creature lands? Doesn't seem so. So we need to get rid of the Emptiness, the Overlord, Chariot, Raffine's Informant, and then it should be game. Alright, so just exile that. I think we got all pieces here. They have no more Voice of Victory, right? Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and exile the Chariots now because that's gonna be most annoying to deal with. So it's Sika's Chariot. Get rid of that. Sky Sovereign, that's not too worrisome here. Unless they find something to crew. And then we have the Raffine's Informant, the Overlord, and the Emptiness, and that's all there is left. Would be nice to find a lock piece. Oh no, they have Thoughtseize. It's annoying, but alright. We are gonna find our the end next. Okay, so they aren't able to cast this Sky Sovereign, and they go for... Ah, they can drain us here. Okay, that's somewhat scary. I think they have some more Witherbloom commands in their deck. Okay. They can cast Sovereign next turn, so I think we have nothing better than just go slam them in the face with the Hall. What does this do? Okay, they cannot target us with that. So if they don't find a blocker, this should be game. And they scoop. Wow, amazing. That was a bit scarier than I thought because I was not expecting this Witherbloom command to be able to drain us. Should have read the card. But great, yeah, we just took care of the most annoying things. Greasefang first, of course, and the Speaker Chariots. And nice game. GG. Okay, we start on play. And it's fine. Can keep up Censor and then hopefully Ego something. Okay, this is mono red. So kind of playing nicely on curve. Yep. We censored. Oh, did we even censor that? I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't know. The end is also a good draw. So I guess I'm not yet trying to ego or something. Swift Spear. Okay. They might have a pump spell here. They don't. So I guess I would just push the Swift Spear, doesn't matter. Hope to draw in land here, but we don't. So kind of funny. Let's see what else they get. They might try to, yeah, there could be a Nemesis now. There it is. So happily counter that. I guess we can now ego the Nemesis. That is what I'm most scared of. So yeah, let's just do that. Scream Nemesis. Oh god, it's Sun's Findings. Oof. Let's hope they're not drawing any lands. They do play a low land count, but although if they resolve one of these and we find a land, we can exile the other one. Yeah, they do find it. It's kind of nasty, but okay. There's the land. Fantastic. So we go and end that. Yeah. And then, oh, there's no other links left, so they have the Legend, some Emberheart Challengers, and the Soulscar Mage, and that's about it. Kumano and the Swift Spear. But I assume we should be able to deal with that, hopefully. Got another the end lined up here. There's a Challenger, so that is somewhat scary, but we can, well, yeah, we can just end this now to make sure they don't get any value out of it. Okay. So we're working towards it. Kind of depends on what they top deck now. Okay, Kumano, that's a good draw. That's a really good draw by them. So they get us down to 7 now, potentially 5 if they use this these runes. Okay. Yeah, I guess I will have to consult, probably. So let's go for it. Kind of annoying to not be able to kick that, but okay. Deadly cover up. Interesting. Guess I'm gonna take that. But next turn can be pretty nasty depending on what they top deck. Okay, it's only land. They get us down to 6, and with the runes it will be 4. So let's cycle here. Another deadly cover up. Okay. Yeah, let's just cast that now, I guess. And let me check what we exiled. I'm not sure actually. Perhaps a hasty threat. Kind of depends what they have in graveyard. So they have, yeah, 2/2. So I guess I will just go for the Swift Spear. They still have some good potential to burn us out here. So could be close. Okay, let's hope they didn't find a burn spell, because if they did, it's basically GG. Yeah, we can make them go for it, but I guess nothing better to do here. Although, no, they might draw a creature land, so they're gonna use this anyway. And let's just go ahead and play that. Go for the end and the round perhaps, or the Censor. And then we can get rid of the etchings. And apart from that, they still have their burn spells, so Legend of Roku, Lightning Strike, Soul Scars, Burst Lightning. And the rest we took care of, so let's wait and see. There's the end of the bugbear. Okay, good thing we didn't use. Although could try even consider attacking here. No, let's keep up the Field of Ruin. Oh, it's kind of funny that they are not using their runes, so really happy with that. So we can just field that, and when the Den of the Bugbear is animated, we can push it, and hopefully this gives us some breathing space. Okay, gonna get, doesn't matter, get the island maybe. So they animate that now, and we push in response. They say nice. Okay, yeah, let's hope we can draw ourselves out of this, but should have maybe even attacked with the Hive here, but could also just keep it up in case, just in case. Okay, there's a commit. That is not too bad.
We can do this all day. Okay. So Narset would be actually funny here. Well, the Spell Snare at least takes care of their burn, I guess. So let's cycle that because we might find an end. No, Thoughtseize, it's too late for that. Okay. There's Narset. Yeah. Go for the throat is not too bad. And then hopefully we can cast the commit next turn. Soul Scar Mage, okay. Yeah, I fear we're not really able to cast this now because they might have a burn spell in response, so let's just go for that. Oh, now it tapped out in a way that I will not be able to commit their burst lightning. Oh, lightning strike, okay, that's fine. So I'm a Spell Snare that. Oh, there's another burst lightning, but sorry, lightning strike. But if we do find a okay, consult is good, I guess. If we do manage to find another exile spell, we can get rid of the burst lightning, and then we are safe. So yeah, consult here, and take the stone brain, and perhaps another consult. Yeah, gotta be patient here. So I think this is called burst lightning. Yeah, exile that, and hopefully it's okay. We got these. I should have checked the deck a bit more. No, I haven't. Yeah, and apart from that, we are cruising. So this can give haste to their creatures. Should be mindful of that. And there's Geier Reach, amazing, and even some more exile spells. I think I even like these better. Although now I can't even remember what else they had. No, but let's perhaps take the Geier Reach and no Stone Brain, because with the Geier Reach we can discard our commit. Oops, kind of misplayed that. Gosh, if only I could remember what else they had. Gonna make them play it out if they find it here. In a Narset, so let's Geier Reach here. They do have some other lands we could try to exile. So they had another round map ruins, which would be a good target here, I guess. So let's go for memory. and even the field. That's nice. Okay, so I think we got this game now. Kind of funny. Man, I wish I knew what to name with this Stonebrain. I should have checked this better. Okay, so let's go for Garage. Should actually do this on their upkeep and get perhaps rid of the Watery Grave. Okay. And yeah, we're just gonna mill them out this way if they don't make a play. There's a lightning strike. So let's go ahead and 3 steps that, and we can even create a token copy of Stonebrain. So let's go all in here and get rid of the land, and that should hopefully be it. Oh, this is actually legendary. Oops. And we're gonna discard a Censor. Legend of Rocco, that is something to name, I guess. Yep. Although, yeah, let's maybe go for the ruins, because we cannot field them in time. Ruins. These. Okay. And then they have 1 lightning strike left and Soulscar Mage. Alright, and 2 Den of the Bugbear. But they are Narset locked anyway, so doesn't really matter. Okay, so now just cruising this out. Well, they said before they can do this all day, so I guess that's what they are gonna do. Sorry, opponent. So get rid of, I don't know, yeah, I don't even know. Spell Snare perhaps. And God. Narset. So I guess we name the lightning strike next. Although could also just name the, what's it called? The creature, I forgot its name, to thin the deck out a bit more. Maybe this is the kind of deck that you should write some notes with to really remember what you saw in the opponent's deck. Okay. Well, we can also just smack them into submission. Oh, Soaking would also have been scary. Okay, now they scoop. Alright, so I think we did make some mistakes here, so a bit new to the deck. We were open to get got by something like a Soaking, for instance, and for a long time we didn't exile the Ramoneb runes. And I was just thinking that I can just destroy these with the Field of Ruin, but that's not the case. They get priority first, so they can play these out and then just use them to kill us here. So I guess they were hoping for some sort of slip up here, but we kind of managed to push through here and exile their their threats, and was pretty funny, interesting game. So well played, GG. Okay, we are on the play. I guess I'm gonna keep this hand. We can try to surveil into a land drop, and we find a land here. And if that wouldn't have worked, we could also cycle a Censor, so someone inclined to keep that. Okay, do they have... No, I think we... Well, yeah, I think we Thoughtseize here. I was thinking if they have a 2-mana play that is worth countering, but I think they don't. So let's take this Fable. It's gonna be the most annoying thing here. And then we could even cycle the Censor. I guess, not sure. No, let's still keep it. There could be something interesting to hit here with the Censor, so let's wait. So we push that. Oh no, they have a deadly dispute. Well, I should have gone for it first. But okay. Shit happens. Another oven. And yeah, I guess we just wait here. Okay, that's great. Was kind of risky a bit to not use the consult to find the land drop, but it paid off. They can do this all day, okay. Well, let's see what you got, opponent. Mayhem Devil. Okay. And the Cauldron Familiar. Cannot negate that because they have a treasure token. But we consult, and then we are going to exile the Familiar from the deck. Okay, the end. Oh, that's actually good. But no, it isn't. Or is it? Well, I think it is. Yeah. We could also get a Narset, interestingly, with the commit, but I think it's not yet time to do that, probably. So let's wait for that. Okay, ground is also not too bad. I'm even thinking about going for the end on their Mayhem Devil. Would kind of provoke them to use the oven. They even go for the second Witch's Oven. So now this has me wondering if we should rather exile the Familiar or the Devil. Although they will be able to pressure us quite heavily with this Devil, so I'm somewhat inclined to go for that now. And then next turn we can hopefully deadly cover up and get rid of their Cauldron Familiar. What's this? Crowbold. Okay, interesting. So Fables, Gilsa. What is this? Okay. They're just emoting as it's so funny. Okay, I think we should be able to take care of this deck, hopefully. So let's exile these first, and then next turn we can get rid of their Cauldron Familiar, and hopefully they're not top decking anything good. Could be nasty if they do. They are going for the blood token, it seems. No, they're not. We're thinking about it. There's a Castle Loch win. That's a good draw for them. And I guess, yeah, we just cycled this Censor now. We took Massacre. Okay. But if this familiar is gone, there is, I guess, not too much they are able to do. Field is also a good draw here. But I guess, yeah, we go for the cover up first. So, yeah, they're gonna sack twice to deal some damage. But then they are pretty low on threats, so we should be able to handle that. Okay, so the Massacre is actually amplifying the drain here. They do seem to. Wait, why wouldn't they go for? I don't understand. Why wouldn't they go for the second stack here? Maybe they were misreading how deadly cover up works. But okay. So I got rid of these at least. That's a good step ahead. And a Fable. Well, that was pretty annoying that they found that. Okay, but we can commit the token, and apart from that we can get rid of their Castle Loch. We could also try to ambush the token with the Hall if they are not paying attention. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the Hall is 6. Yeah, I was thinking if we can keep Drown the Loch up if we animate the Hall, but I think we can't. Missing one land drop. So let's get rid of Castle Lochmain here. I'd like to find another deadly cover up actually. Let's see what else they get. Okay, they discard their removal spells and the Witch Sovereign. So I guess we are just committing that, make them sack the token, and then next turn we can drown their Fable. See what they find, what they top deck, but that's good for now. Could even smack them with the Hall. Yeah, I guess, why not? Let's hope they're not just top decking their next Fable, but can go apply some pressure on them. Okay, they stack their food tokens. Let's see what I got here. Alright. Doesn't seem to be anything too interesting. Could be a removal spell. So we just wait. If they cast something, we just draw on their reflection. Okay. Now I didn't remember if they have any Planeswalker removal. If they don't, we could try to... Oh, there's a Stone Brain. So we could get rid of the other Fables or of the Blood Hive Harvester. But I guess I'm going to choose the Fable because it's more difficult to deal with. Alright. Oh, interesting, interesting. So they have one more Cobalt and Glissa, and then some more Harvesters. And what kind of lands do they have? One Den of the Bugbear and the Cottage. Okay. So I guess we are Thoughtseizing their Corvold. And then we play out this swamp. Would be just amazing to find a Narset now. Or at least some other kind of draw spell. We are pretty low in life, so that is a concern. Watery Grave. I guess we wait. Deadly Dispute, okay. There's another Cobalt, so that's scary. Now, if we don't find something to kill this Cobalt, we are pretty much dead. A deadly cover-up would actually not be too bad. So I guess we have to go for memory. I should have played this Field Rune, I guess, but okay. Because they might find a good land here, but okay. So good thing we found this Go for the Throat. And yeah, I guess we just go for it. They can use the Witch's Oven to stack that, get us down to 3 life, even find a Deadly Dispute. Medusa, okay. In the Harvester. Yep, that's all pretty good. I'm not sure if there is a way to get out of this first. So let's go for the Harvester first and make them sack that. And at least they will be able to sack Lissa next turn. Unless they have another Deadly Dispute. Okay. Another Field of Ruin. They had some creature lands, which makes me somewhat concerned, but let's start with Narset perhaps. We can use Push with Revolt. Okay, another deadly cover up and a 3 steps ahead. Okay, I would really want to use this deadly cover up on their Harvester. What else did they have that would be worth exiling? Could also go for the counter spell, which I kind of like as well. So let's go for the field first, and then we field just a random land by them. Doesn't matter which one. And no one is a creature land. So that way we activate Revolt. And then we have a counter spell up depending on what they find here. Alright, Deadly Dispute. This would get us down to, yeah, to 1 life. Okay. So now let's play it like that and see what they find. You're all in, that's fine. They might try to animate this now to just a second. But we are going forward in response. We have no more basics now, or neither does the opponent. But now we cannot counter anymore. But they are not making any play anyway. Okay, so we've survived for now. There's another oven even. Kind of crazy. So I would like to get rid of these. Okay, harvesters here. And yeah, there's even another Narset, but I'm not sure if we want that. Perhaps, yeah, get another consult. The push is not going to help us anyway, because when they sack, they are kind of killing us anyway. So let's go for the Ego, and then we are naming. What are we naming? So we got most of their cards. We could go for, what was it called? I think they also have a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Let's go for that. Oh, they don't have that. Okay, what else do they have? So, Castle Loch, Blood Tithe, and on the core vault, and that's about it. Okay, so core vault, Blood Tithe, and besides that, they have nothing. It seems to me. Oh, Den of the Bugbear. Okay, that was a mistake. All right, all right. So really intense now. There's the leader suit, but I cannot draw due to Narset. I think next turn we just go ahead and cast the Deadly Cover-Up. Oh, there's a Stonebrain, that's amazing. And apart from that, do we want anything? Yeah, I guess I get another consult, and yeah, we wait. So go ahead and Stone Brain there. Now, what is it called? Their gosh, um, I have to look this up. Sorry, excuse me for a second. So this is a red land animating, creating tokens. No, Den of the Bugbear. All right. Sorry for that. It's quite late. And once we get rid of that, all that's left is the Corvold and then the Blood Ties, and then that should be it. Okay. Okay. So they can draw one card, only one card. And if they find two Blood Hive Harvesters, that's game. They know we have a counter. Okay, there is a Blood Hive Harvester. And I think we have to go for this mode because we might need to find a Spell Snare if they found a second one. What you got? They are thinking about something. Okay, they pass. So now if we cast this deadly cover up, I think there should be nothing. Yeah, they scoop it up. Wow, that was super intense, and I'm sure I made many misplays here, but in the end, Deadly prevailed. And after removing this Harvester, there would have been nothing in their deck that they could have used to sack here. So this Meathog Massacre was actually very clutch for them. I wouldn't have expected that to have such a big impact, but that was really bringing us to the verge of losing this game. So kind of unexpected, but very interesting and difficult game. So heads off to the opponent. Well played, GG. Okay, we go second. This hand is somewhat slow, and this is best of one, meaning we could run into mono red, which will just destroy us here, but oh, this is actually black. Interesting. Some sort of discard. Okay, so let's get rid of basic, I guess. Well, this can be annoying if... Okay, this could be Waste Not, no Deep Cavern Bed. Interesting. Not quite sure what this is. Some sort of bounce deck, I don't know. They could play Annex next turn. And they get Narset, which is kind of telling me that they plan to play Annex here. Badass Talent. Okay, so this is indeed some sort of discard deck. So we discard two if we don't discard one of our London permanents. So I guess, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna decline discard two lands and then try to name perhaps Liliana. Okay, Shipwreck Marsh is not too bad. So let's name Liliana of the Veil. Okay. Oh god, they have just singletons. It's kind of crazy. Alright. That's too bad. That's really too bad. So not sure if we are able to fight through this deck. Our whole game plan is just folding due to them not playing 4-offs. Even get rid of our Field of Ruin. This is nasty. But again, and now they start draining us with the Balance Talent. Oh, Devriel, wow. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. I don't think we can get out of this here. Thoughtseize. Okay, but they're just gonna make us discard here. And that's gonna be about it. We could try to draw a removal spell, but still the Bandit Talent are draining us too much. But yeah, ouch. Okay, Narset, but that's too late. Too little, too late. So let's just get something in hand. And give them the victory. Wow, yeah, they just demolished us here. It was a fun game, cool deck they have there. I wish I could take it on a look, so looked very, very interesting. And yeah, take us down, opponent, have fun. And then we take a look what they had. Okay, boom. Alright. So kind of enjoyed this match. They played a very unique deck. I love that. I would love to see a list they played here, but right, at least Devriel. Pretty rare to see in Pioneer. Okay, yeah, so hats off to the opponent. Cool deck and well played.